how do you guys see the decentralized physical infrastructure networks reshaping the gaming and tech business over the next 5 years?
I think Depins essentially are just kind of like a really massive paradigm shift when it specifically comes to the idea of cloud gaming and how it uniquely sort of enables it. So I think what this really sort of enables is kind of really being able to sort of bring the compute node closer to the end user. And at the end of the day, you're really trying to compete against people who are running these games locally off their console or their PC. So I think with Depin's having come so far in terms of having really massive globally distributed node networks with high-level GPUs and compute nodes, I think it really establishes a great foundation for how the game streaming business model can really thrive and kind of, where we can continue to bring AAA games to the market, essentially enable it to be streamed from any device out there.
Biggest misconception about decentralized infrastructure in gaming is probably the belief that it compromises performance due to its distributed nature. However, at IO, we have probably demonstrated that decentralized networks, we can actually enhance the performance by reducing latency and increasing redundancy to ensure there's no single point of failure. Also, another common myth is that these networks are considered less secure than the centralized ones. But in contrast, our approach leverages the inherent security features of decentralization, right? So we also ensure that there's transparency and integrity while, having complete security. And by pioneering, in these solutions, I think IO would be able to prove that it's a good fit for cloud gaming.
What actually we can enable through Depin is this kind of lower latency, totally secure, and with a lower price. So again, projections around cloud gaming being 28 billion by 2030. We actually think that as soon as people start getting their head around why cloud gaming works and why it is really strong, they'll then understand that by solving this problem of latency and price, the cloud gaming space should absolutely boom. In the way you see it, there's no reason to actually have a Sega or a PlayStation or a Nintendo, whatever the case is. We should be running everything in a URL, basically.